Hey everyone, Jeanette Machnes here, marketing specialist over at Panova, and this is Panova Positivity episode 4. Sometimes if you watch previous episodes, you'll see that I bring in a dog or I have some interesting quip in the beginning as the intro, but right now I think the world needs positivity more than ever, so we're just going to jump right in. Buckle up, everybody, because if you think 2020 has been a crazy ride, this first story is about to take us into the future. Not really, but just bear with me. Optimus Rides, which is an amazing name, by the way, is a startup company that specializes in developing driverless vehicles. Recently, the company had announced that they're going to be deploying 3 of their cars for contactless delivery to low-income households in Southeast DC. This initiative is actually being spearheaded by a local real estate company, and together they are expected to deliver 5,000 meals a week. The best part, though, is this isn't a one-time thing. It is their plan to continue deliveries while the situation is still ongoing. And after that, who knows? The opportunities are endless. At this point, I think we can all agree that we've heard the word masks enough. But I promise that today I have a good reason for bringing them up on this episode. Israeli researchers have come up with a brilliant new prototype for a self-cleaning face mask, which can kill pathogens such as COVID-19. I don't want to get too much into the details because I'm not a scientist, but from what I've read, the mask uses an electrical current from any standard phone charger to heat up a carbon fiber layer inside the mask, which then kills off any dangerous virus that may have accumulated on its surface. Again, maybe this episode is all about the future. The good news, though, about this good news is the aim is to make it commercially available in the US for just $1. And think, on top of that, how much medical waste can be alleviated with this option. It's always better when you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or, kill viruses and littering with 1 mask. All right, I'll see myself out on that one. Now, if you've watched previous episodes, you'll know by now that while I absolutely love and admire what companies are doing during this time, it's really the individuals and their ingenuity and their making of a difference that really tugs at my heartstrings. And that is why today we are going to highlight Tomie Austin. Tomie Austin is a nurse scientist in San Antonio, Texas, and she created an N95 replacement. And it's not just a replacement, but it is better because it filters more. I know, here I go mentioning about masks, talking about masks, but I swear this woman deserves all of the praise that she is going to get. After working long shifts, which as a nurse, we can expect those long shifts, and with everything going on, we know that it hasn't been easy. Tomie still went home and worked through the night to perfect her mask, which is aptly named the TM 2020. The best part, she designed it in 10 days. In fact, there was such an influx of requests for this mask that the hospital posted step-by-step instructions later that week so that anybody that wanted to could make it. Thanks to Tomie's concern for nurses needing additional masks in San Antonio, the TM 2020s are helping people to feel safer around the entire world. So thank you, Tomie. Yes, on to my favorite part of each episode, the part where I get to tell you about the general goodness in the world. And if you saw last week's episode, you can see I get very animated about it. So without further ado, let me tell you about Curtis Rogers, a little dude with a huge heart. You see, when Curtis found out that his babysitter Rachel's prom had been canceled, he insisted on throwing a socially distanced mini prom in his backyard. Donning a purple suit to match Rachel's dress, he set up a fancy table in the backyard with their favorite food from Chick-fil-A, raised a glass of juice to toast her, and danced 6 feet away from each other to maintain social distance. Tell me, is that not the cutest thing you have heard all week? By the way, Curtis is only 7 years old, but he seems to have the charm of quite the gentleman. Great job, Curtis. Have you heard the slogan, wear the cap, donate the gown? If you haven't, let me tell you a bit more of where it comes from. And just so you know, this story is great for anybody that knows of someone graduating this year, which I'm sure the majority of us do. So in April of this year, Nathan Moore started Gowns for Good, and it's a charity which has been donating gowns to hospital facilities that lack necessary PPE to safely operate during the coronavirus outbreaks. The thing is, with millions of students graduating from university every year, this donation scheme has the potential to end the PPE demand for gowns in just a few days. Just a few days! How amazing is that? Thus far, Moore has managed to collect 7,000 gowns from private donors and 2,700 from corporate partners. We wish the best to Nathan on this initiative. And if you want to spread the word, again, that is Gowns for Good. I can honestly say that if this were the last episode of Panova Positivity and we ended with this story, I would consider it an absolute success. That's how much I adore what I'm about to share with you. Rob Kenny from Bellevue, Washington, understands what it's like to grow up without a father. And knowing this, he really wanted to step in and fill the void whenever a kid needed to learn how to do something. But how do you do that, and how do you reach the most people? Well, he figured it out, and he created a YouTube channel, Dad, How Do I? In an effort to teach youth the valuable lessons a father is meant to teach. These lessons range from how to change a car's oil, to using a stud finder, shaving your face, ironing a shirt. The list goes on. And for our authenticity's sake, a dad joke is thrown in there every now and then. What he had started as a hobby has really grown into an overnight success. And in a recent video, he expressed his thanks and let his fans know that he was going to give any earnings to a number of charities. So do me a favor, head over to his YouTube channel, Dad, How Do I, and give this man some love. And maybe learn how to change a tire so you could teach me later on. Thanks. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Panova Positivity. But before I go, I did just want to mention masks one more time. I know, but hear me out. Given our business model and strong relationships with our suppliers, we do actually currently have disposable masks available. So if you, a coworker, or anyone in your circle is looking to purchase some, please contact me at hello@panova.com. Again, that's hello@panova.com. And as always, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I hope I was able to bring a smile to your face. Stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, we are all in this together. Until next time.